Well, I mean, that's true of
Fight or
like
flight.
of body fat too, with obesity and everything in the United States. I mean, that's so much of what's happening, and everybody's obsessed with cardiovascular exercise and like burning off as many calories as possible. But it's really that changing the composition of your body. We talked about that all the time.
Yeah.
It's so important, but that's it, because you do the same thing. People fuck up their metabolisms royally. You know what I mean? Like they get to that point where you're just doing mad cardio. You've cut your calories down to
It's a lot
ridiculous
of
amounts.
stress, and then your body starts holding on to water to actually hold on to nutrients better. So a lot of times,
Yeah.
you'll get people competing, and this happens a lot. And this is why a lot of people need coaches. They'll start cutting carbohydrates out and upping their cardio, 1-2 hours of cardio, and then their body it starts to there's all kind of chemical reactions going on, right? Your body starts releasing cortisol and all these stress hormones like aldosterone, all these hormones that increase water retention in your body. Now, when you increase water retention, what happens? You can hold on to nutrients a lot better when you're hydrated, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So nutrients store a lot better when you're hydrated. So your body starts releasing all these hormones to hold on to more minerals and stuff like that. So then all of a sudden, you're like looking at yourself and you're like, well, I'm doing all this cardio, cutting my carbs. Why am my skin so watery and I feel bloated? It's because your body's hormones are shifting to hold on to more water and whatnot.
Damn, that is so
There
interesting.
is so much into it, like, and everything's controlled by your brain, you know.
Right.
And people don't realize that, like, your hormones are all controlled by your brain.
Yep.
Like how you think actually affects your hormones.
100%.
You know, like if you feel, you know, depression and stuff like that, that has a negative impact on your hormones. You know, cortisol levels elevating. You know, all that stuff is all connected.
Yeah, and that stuff's all connected to everything too. Your moods, how much you sleep, right?
Yeah, everything's connected.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to Fran on his worlds when he went in there. Like his dog, you know, that died like that week that he went to Worlds.
Yeah,
And it messed him up in his head.
That's what he said. Yeah,
and that's what he said too. His cortisol level was up, and he just held on to
everything-
water,
yeah.
and he wasn't as flat as he wanted to be.
Yeah. So like it's all connected in how you think, you know. If you go into a prep and you're like just like, oh man, I don't want to do this.